Hello everyone, welcome to our Let's Play series of A.T.O.M RPG. This is Colonel RPG as usual, and I'm very happy that you chose to join me today, as I think we go into the boat. I'm not really sure. Last episode we talked to this guy over here. He didn't, Did we, actually? I don't think we did. He's, Captain Neglo, I think, maybe. He looks a little bit, I don't know. If his looks are anything to go by, you're about to meet a proper sea dog, large as life. I don't think that's how the expression goes, but I know what it means. The man puffs at his wooden pipe thoughtfully and strokes his large gray beard. It's not that large, mine is larger. As he notices you, he puts his hands akimbo and nods. Again with the akimbo. Arr! Fancy a little cruise! Oh, so that's how the brothel works, I suppose. Well, I might. Depends on the destination. The captain casts a loving look at a small boat anchored nearby and answers in a very serious voice. A cruise from Krasnoznameni to the Dead City. It's full of dangers, yet many adventurers find it appealing. I might... They didn't really come through with a pirate talk after the first arc. I'm bad at accents at the best of times. If I don't have the proper text, I really can't imitate. I can't make this sound plausible. Let's see. Sounds interesting. What's the price? So the city, the Dead City. It sounds kind of good. Yeah, I have some. I need to go kill some spiders before I do this. How often do you do such tours? Not too often. Those places are curious but Okay. He's gonna drop the act. Those places are curious but unfriendly. There's no denying it, he says. Sometimes I'm low on the funds, and sometimes I transport huge parties of stalkers there. It's all sheer luck. I understand. So what's your price? Okay, let's do some calculations here, he says. The price of the fuel to leave the bay, food, hammocks, latrine tax, this makes 7 grand in total. I don't have that. Have you no shame? Sea dog? I say, drop the prices for the fellow seamen. Now away, he says. Sailing on board the ship is not cheap. No? No. Nasty prospect it is. Okay. Well, really, I can't... Where's my speech? I thought it was like 80, or maybe higher than that. I don't know. I've been sacrificing a lot of skills for some pistoleering skills here. So, these tours are your only source of income. That doesn't sound like a lucrative job, I say after hearing that you take 7 grand. No wonder, he says. I usually deliver cargoes. Cargoes, that's... Sure. Or fish from time to time. Catch anchovies in my nets. But these are all side activities, he says. So 7 grand cash on the nail, which is a saying I had never heard before. Make up your mind now. Yep, I'm not doing that. I want to ask you questions, though. Suit yourself, tourist, he says. So which part of the wasteland is better for living? The answer is purely subjective, he says. Tastes differ. I like being at the sea more. There it looks as if there had never been any apocalypse at all. Okay, how long have you been prowling the sea? Since time immemorial. Why immemorial? Because I don't remember how long. Really, that's what the word means anyway. Seems like I've spent my entire life on the deck. Even though I'm sitting on the deck chair right now. Sure. Is he actually on a deck chair? I can't see him, but I'll look into that. What can you say about Krasnoznameni? It's a quiet bay. No pirates or storms. I can't be here too long. I get bored. Okay, can you share some local gossip? Local rumors are of little interest to me, but sea tales are a different matter. I'm afraid you'll get bored to death with them. Really, I can't, because I can't. Because I can't, really, because you don't. He's not on the deck chair, he's on a barrel. Sounds good to me. Okay, so, I suppose we can't do this. He just, ooh, or, sure. Okay, I talked to them already, both, indeed. Vagoria, I don't remember her name. But we know. So that's not the brothel. I really thought he was. I thought I even named the episode and took a screenshot and stuff. I am very good at video games and YouTubes. I'm good at this. Okay. So we haven't. Oh, you have junk, right? Literal junk. Oh, well, yeah, sure. Hello, sir, Mr. Boris. That guy over there. I've seen their letters. They are treating us like some kind of something. The illusion of a civilized life is just a facade covering up the rotten underbelly filled with pure corruption, he says. And this is Kino. Is it Kino? I think so. Isn't that the end? Or is it it might be another one. And then over here it's Trokar? No. What's that for? I don't know. Trokap? Huh. Yeah, let's not read Cyrillic. I am bad. A lot of what I remember from Cyrillic is from Greek letters, because they're sort of, a lot of them are the same. Not the same, but similar. A man in his 50s, and in a uniform cap, waves his arms, like a madman, shouting out weird propagandist phrases. Propaganda, you know the words. As he sees you, he falls silent. He really doesn't. Chicken barbecue, tastes of dead children. He shouts. Well, if we call, I suppose that's propaganda. Is that a Red Army cap? Yeah. I probably not called a cap. Definitely not a beret. Or a beret. Depends on how you pronounce it. Hey, gourmet, he says. I have fat lamb barbecue and an egg. What will you fry, and what will you put aside for badminton? What? What's the price? What price? Why am I asking that? Why would I ask that? Let's see, why are you offering me food all of a sudden? Are you a cook? I'm not really hungry. I think this is a test. Badminton with food. You must be mental. Food is for eating. I love it. I love it. That's just so ridiculous on every account. Like, yes, badminton is ridiculous. With food, yes, no, yeah. And then you must be mental, period. Well, I guess, anyway. What are you talking about, man? Let's go with that. I don't want to commit to any interpretation of what he's saying. The man smiles broadly and grasps your arm. Please don't touch me. Please don't touch me. Oh, Saint Helena, he says. You don't know what I'm talking about. You're not part of it. You're innocent. You have to help me. Okay, that's... well, okay. I would like to know who I'm dealing with first. The man slaps himself this time on the forehead, which is good. Right, he says. You need to test me too. Go on, ask everything that comes to your head. I'll answer any questions, and then you'll be sure I'm innocent, just like you. Oh wait, this is important, I suppose, for in his little world, because you never know if these characters, any of what they're saying is going to connect to anybody else. But when he says I'm innocent, I don't understand. Okay, yeah. Okay, so what's your name? I haven't told you yet. My name is Arseny Sazin. Don't tell me your name, though. I'm weak. I will tell everything under torture, or apparently under any circumstances. I'm too scared of pain ever since I was a child when a neighbor's pig bit me. Oh boy, that would traumatize you. I mean, it's a pig, for one, and they bite hard. They are nasty creatures. In regards to how hard they bite. They're also very aggressive if you don't domesticate them. But like boars are just terrible. They'll murder you. What are you doing here? Honestly. The man smiles bitterly, raises his cap, and strokes his receding hair. It's not the hair that's receding, it's the hairline. So, yeah, maybe it's the decadence of the hair. That's what it is. It's a decadent hair. Yeah, it all connects. See, what was I saying before about them not connecting the characters? No, it all connects. Anyway, nothing special, he says. Just gone mad. Just now. And now let down my team and do myself... And now? Let's ignore that word. And let down my team and doom myself to poverty by spreading lies about the wasteland's most honest politicians and profiteers. At least that's what they'll tell you. Oh, right. He's being... Yeah, don't believe them, he says. He's being facetious here. Sort of, yeah, bait and switch with the arguments. What is this place? A video theater. So that's what that is. Yeah. You can watch films here. A small fry in the scheme, I've discovered. I have noticed they say the word small fry a lot in this game. Just like the word akimbo. It's not that it's not common, unlike akimbo, that is absolutely uncommon. But, yeah, it's sort of a recurring thing. and for a long while I didn't even know how to write it because I thought it was like a colloquialism and it was supposed to be like small fry, and it's somehow like FREIE or something. I don't know. I don't think he says. I don't think the owner even knows who buys his empty tapes and why. But by the way, I used to campaign right in front of the Chamber of Commerce until they kicked me out. Out in front. Well, yeah, my character had something to say there. I didn't read. Have you heard any interesting rumors? There's only one thing that occupies my mind right now, he says. The dreadful secret I have found out. But it deserves a talk of its own. As for minor rumors, well, the guard at the Chamber of Commerce's bunker, where I used to campaign, complained to me as he was kicking me out that he didn't get to see his dear missus that often because, quote, guys like me, unquote, made his life complicated. And he said she was a rare beauty, so he's worried that she might find someone else. Okay. Let's see. Go on, tell me... Yeah, well, right, okay, so tell me what you wanted me to do to help you. The man heaves a sigh of relief. Apparently he's been long looking for someone to confide in. Oh, he says, so I finally found a listener. Okay, so did I tell you? I probably didn't. That until recently, I worked as a postman in Krasnoznameni. Oh, I think the postman might have talked to you, or talked about you. I don't know if he said, like, I'm the new postman or something. I don't know, but I met the postman. Actually, I met the postman from Krasnoznameni up in Notre-Noid, so yeah, anyway. Well, it doesn't matter, he says, since I've told you now anyway. Oh, right, because he's still very obsessed with the did I tell you part. Okay, I just listen, because, yeah. Once before work, he says, well, once, before work, when I was opening the other people's letters in my room as usual, I found out a letter, a very ordinary letter, it seemed. Simple talk of food, sports, I want to say. Anyway, I think it's sports, and cinema. But the longer I read it, the clearer it became. It was a coded message, and the words had a totally different meaning. Look at this phrase, for example. With, what made your Kirill Arkadievich so angry last week? He's gone berserk today during the badminton game with chicken barbecue. So we had to dispose of 3 portions. The man clearly has a talent. Pity he doesn't allow to record the games. Weird, isn't it? Isn't it? Well, that's not a joke, ladies and gentlemen. That's true. But, I mean, if it is a joke, I have no idea what's in reference to. This isn't like a reference to Tolkien or Counter-Strike or something. Ooh, that is weird. There's some Kirill Arkadievich that truly loves badminton. Oh, man. Maybe... Chicken barbecue. It's a very weird letter indeed. Slightly odd indeed, he says, to put it mildly. Bear in mind that Kirill Arkadievich is a successful merchant, a rich man from a distant city in Trudograd, and the letter came from Paragon, from a barbecue shop that belongs to Ivan Kirdyayev. Actually, I think it's Ivan. I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure it is Ivan. But anyway, Ivan, sorry. And Anton Ushvatkin. Ushvatkin, yes. This shop is incidentally very popular among the Paragon merchants and the guards, with capital G there, and the Chamber of Commerce members as well. I know for a fact that some big fish from Krasnoznameni visit it regularly, fish there being plural, or rather, anyway, they're big fish. Even though we're not on particularly good terms with Paragon, what is there about this barbecue if it makes people put political clashes aside? Oh. What did he say about the children? Oh, this might be a reference, or sort of, I don't know, maybe inspired. Oh no. So the barbecue is no barbecue at all. Exactly. Wouldn't put it better myself. There's another extract. Got a young lamb for barbecue. Perfect for construction site, garden works, or for badminton. Right. I think I know what's going on in here. What is this badminton? Is this the only thing that puzzles you? No, the rest is pretty straightforward. It's... yeah... Is this the only thing that puzzles you, he asks. It seems to me that many words have some secret meaning here. Let's imagine barbecue is not a barbecue, but let's say a slave, a lamb is a man, and badminton, God forbid, some barbarity. Yeah, I was gonna say children here rather than a man. Yeah. Some barbarity, a sacrifice. Oh, okay. Well, a murder, secret experiments. It can be anything. Well, maybe I'm drawing too many direct comparisons to unfortunately and horrifically real life counterparts here in the whole thing. Now the same phrase in my translation. He says, "Got a young male slave." Why? Why male? Did he say why? Why specifically? Why are you obsessed with man? And why? Why you could? Because he mentioned it being a man. A young lamb. I mean, sure, it can be a man. That's not the point. But it doesn't tell you that. Maybe in oh right, in Russian has gendered. That's kind of interesting for me. For me to forget about that, because my own mother tongue has gendered names for everything. Like young lamb, you'd have gendered young, or this word would be gendered. This word alone will tell you to gender, and lamb would tell you to gender as well. Although with animals, it sort of gets a little bit hazier. But that would probably be the reason why he's saying that. Okay, so yeah, it's interesting that I forgot, because English doesn't have that. You can't tell. Like I tell you, oh, I have I don't know. Like my cousin is young. It's telling you this, you don't know the gender of my cousin. But if I tell you in Portuguese, you will know, because the young adjective or adjective, I'm not really sure how to pronounce. But anyway, the young word is gendered, so you know. And I suppose Russian is the same. Russian has the surnames gendered as well, which Portuguese doesn't, which is also very interesting. So I suppose it might even be more widespread, the gendering of everything in words. Let's see. So that's probably why he's saying that. Anyway, his translation is, got a young male slave, will be good for construction works. I don't like that there's so many... I didn't read it yet, but anyway, will good for construction works. Yes, that is indeed what I figured. Working in the garden, indeed. And this they call badminton. What will you say now? Well, what have we seen in this game? Let's take this as... So what have we seen in this game? We have seen a raccoon killed in an altar. So that we have seen that. We have seen a... what were they? They were going to kill this guy that had defected. You remember that guy that I basically died for and that had to reload out in like a dock in the north? We've seen that. I think they were just you know, old acquaintances that want to kill each other or whatever. So yeah, it was nothing too much. Then we had this group of bandits that really don't like or don't want women to work for them in the bandits. So there was this woman bandit that had to masquerade, had to not, you know, pass as a man. What else? Man, well, but then again, we have the terrorist that basically nobody cares there was a terrorist. Nobody cared in that city to the west. So I suppose, I don't know what the themes the game is putting forth so far. Oh no, wait. Oh, well, of course, yes. We had I don't remember his name. Guts. It wasn't Gutsy. What was his name? The guy that had been molested as a kid. So yeah, that is what I was thinking this whole situation was, because of the parallels that I was talking about. Let's see. How did he come to the conclusion men as slaves? Makes much more sense. What will you say now? I can't actually say what I think. Anyway, he says, I can see you understand their slang a bit better now. There's a line which sent me shaking throughout the night. It reads, on Wednesday, we got a chicken for barbecue and an egg for good measure. These two are hard to divide. Luckily, we quickly found a gourmet from the holds of the barbecue, and 3 nights later, an egg was ordered for a badminton event in the bunker. So there are two things here. And I really hope that the game is just not telling me outright immediately when he said sacrifices and things, because twists and turns are always good for storytelling. But well, actually, subversion of expectations is what's good. But anyway, it doesn't. That's not what I mean. Here, it's a very clear distinction here. Between barbecue and badminton, I mean, chicken here. Chicken means you wouldn't say. Well, I guess you can have a male chicken, but that is in English. I don't know how Russian works. So this might be a female or a feminine gendered anyway word from the end. So it would be a woman, and the egg there maybe being a baby, or it could be just a child, of course. Found a gourmet though. Yeah. If a lamb is a man, then a chicken must be a woman, and an egg. Well, there it is. The man's eyes are filled with unspeakable sorrow. Yes, I came to the same conclusion, he says, so I started my investigations. Another letter from the same Anton and Ivan from Paragon revealed that they buy empty videotapes in this video theater. Again, pointing to what I was thinking of before. So let's, and again, the game has already brought forth these themes, so it would make thematical sense to have, criminals like this. So let's add this badminton creepy footage of unknown nature. All in all, what goes on in their barbecue shop is the closest thing to hell you can imagine. Tell me, are you ready to explore this place? Proof of corruption in the establishment. Many things will come to light, and I'll pay a modest sum for this. From the remaining money earned by the sweat of my brow, I can give up anything for justice. If you choose to do it, you can use this. The man gives you a crumpled letter sticking out of a torn envelope. After what you've told me, I'll calm the entire Paragon. I just have one word for you, he says. Thanks. That's the word. This is the letter. As an example of their correspondence, I only dared to nick one. Do you know where Paragon is? Doesn't matter. I'll mark it for you. Actually, I think I do. I don't really know how to reach it, but yeah. The former postman snatches away your map and marks Paragon. And also, that's really good because that explains why he would have this letter. He did explain it first and foremost. That was this first thing in the story, but I sort of forgot about that, and in my head it all comes around and it makes a lot of sense. I'll go on with my campaign, he says, with a typo, raising people's awareness. Can we talk some more, though? Okay, let's have a chat. But remember, darkness never sleeps. Ask all you want. Okay, so, what's your name? Haven't I told you yet? Yes, I have. I'm sorry. I've talked about you. Oh, I'm off. Stay strong, man. Okay, well, a strange memo. I've gained one. For Trudograd's gourmets, what made your Kirill Arkadievich so angry last week? He's gone berserk today during badminton game with children barbecue. Chicken barbecue, not children. I mean, that would be... That wouldn't be the children, though. That would be the grown women, I suppose. So we had to dispose of 3 portions. And I suppose portions here would be... the sex slaves or whatever, the badminton... No, wait a minute. I don't understand exactly what the difference... I don't know if there is a difference, though. Badminton with barbecue. That's what... Yeah, anyway. How are the other gourmets doing? Yeah, that's code right there. I hope they're not too hungry. Well, that's weird. I wouldn't want to lose them to lose weight, but unfortunately, aforementioned Kirill has finished other supplies, and we promised the last batch delivered to us on the 13th. Fortunately, it doesn't say the month, so we can go there any month. To the local gourmets, the next batch after this will include several fresh chickens and young lambs for barbecue. So that's it. Trudograd, no offers, but in a week, our kitchens... Sorry, kitchens? Is that a... we'll be taking orders again. That's a typo. I suppose that's a typo. Well. Well. I do have a lot of 9mm rounds. Oh, boy. Fidel, how are you doing here? Let's talk about you, dude. How are you feeling? You're feeling very bad. Take more Casparamid forever. Yeah, just take it. There it is. A little bit better. I don't need to do this. Oh! They patched the game. They must have patched the game. It used to be that you couldn't do this after the latest patch. Actually, it scared that crap out of me when I noticed you couldn't, because only after did I notice you could do this. So there was really no reason for them to remove the barter screen. But there it is. So, where? Oh, it's the video club. Oh, maybe we're gonna find something more in there. Look at that. It's the No, I don't know what that is. I was gonna say it's that Disney movie with a robot that I've never seen, because there's very few Disney movies that I've seen. But no, that doesn't look like it. It looks like a mixture of things. I wonder what it is. I assume a lot of these are real movies, or things anyway. I just don't know. And that one over here. Huh. Cool. Anyway, on that terrible note, or at least foreboding, I guess we'll figure out. I mean, if it's slaves, it's gonna be terrible by default. But we're gonna need to see that to fruition. For right now, though, I'm Colonel RPG, and this has been A.T.O.M RPG. I really hope you've enjoyed it. And if you did, go ahead and leave a comment, like the video if you want to see the next episode come out sooner rather than later. But above all, thank you so much for watching, and I hope I'll see you next episode. Bye-bye.